Are you ready to?
The Justice for Mohbad movement, the family that has come up as a result of this movement here is a very big one, and I'm glad to be part of this wonderful, amazing, beautiful family that will never go down, that can never be destroyed, because this family is building something that is going to speak in the future in the life of individual, and I'm so happy to be part of this amazing family. Now, to proceed. So a couple of weeks ago, we had some things that happened, some kind of distraction. And somebody's going to say, oh, Ishtalk, don't talk about it. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about something related to it, right? Now, when Mr. Arifa started the show, I think he's not in his house, he's somewhere else, right? I am a host, with all humility, under the leadership of this platform. I am a host here. I am a host as it concerns Justice for Mohbad, and we have some other hosts here that are probably in the FYP or here now. If Mr. Arifa, Mr. Westo, and Perkins and Veron, people like that, can leave their comfort zone just to go and make research as it pertains to Justice for Mohbad, they leave their house, they leave their girlfriends, they leave their wives, they leave their children, and they say, because of Justice for Mohbad, I'm gonna, take this trip. I'm gonna do an interstate, journey, and we that will sit down in our house because we have a chair, we have a phone, and God blessed us with 500 naira to buy MTN data. We want to sit down and criticize the efforts of these people. I want to say that is not the best. That is not the best. I am in my comfort zone now. Mr. Arifa is not in his comfort zone. If he wants to lap Yopio this night, it might not be possible for him. Why? Because he is not currently with his wife. Because this guy, as a matter of fact, even if he gets home this night, he might probably be tired. The mind wants to lap Yopio, but the flesh cannot. Why? Because the flesh is weak. Because this guy has gone on assignment. Why? Because of Justice for Mohbad. So it's wherever it is that you are on the face of earth, if you know or if you think that those that are doing it are not doing it very well, all it takes you is just 1,000 followers. You only need 1,000 followers on TikTok. Come on live. Teach people how to do it. But before you come out and criticize someone, make sure you are doing what the person is doing. Before you will criticize Peter for drowning inside the water or for his faith to have failed, before you criticize Peter that he was unable to walk on water for a long period of time, make sure that at least you are carrying you've taken 2 steps on water. If you have never walked on water, please don't abuse Peter. If you have never walked on water, don't abuse or criticize Peter. Because for Peter to have even stood on the water, it's not a small thing. In other words, if you have never done what people like Mr. Arifa, Westo, Mr. Perkins, and Venom, those that are on ground, you can't just sit down on a chair because I have a chair, then I want to come and criticize. How on God's own earth are we a people like this? But that is my submission on that particular aspect. Thank you so much. I noticed something today, I have proposed in my heart that, see, the only thing that will make me drag Baba Mohbad, the only thing that will make me drag Baba Mohbad is if at the end of the day, he has a hand in the death of Mohbad. But if he does not have a hand in the death of Mohbad, there is nothing that you want to show me that I'm going to see. I am not going to see any error by Baba Mohbad. There is nothing, absolutely nothing that you are going to, just like a certain, individual said, if I come out and say something, they will stone Baba Mohbad to death. And I am still waiting. Because there's absolutely nothing. As it concerns Justice for Mohbad now, we might hand Justice for Mohbad tomorrow and Baba Mohbad might miss Yan. If Baba Mohbad miss Yan tomorrow, yes, we might come for him. But this way it is, there is nothing that Baba Mohbad that has done, maybe in the past, that I want to see. I don't know about any other person here. Now, I say this again. I noticed something today of someone who is trying to say something like white powder, Mohbad, relating it to Mohbad, let us say the truth, Mohbad. No, I don't want to see any error that Mohbad made. To me, Mohbad did not make any error. The only, if there was any error, the error is that he should have slapped some people. He should have, God. So I don't want to see, so when we are making our submission, wherever it is that we are, we should always try to see 5 steps or 10 steps ahead. When I make this submission, how is it going to implicate? Because that singular submission now can make somebody feel like, at the end of the day, it's just like Mohbad used his hand to kill himself. So what are we talking about? So before you make a submission, think about it. Think about it. To me, Mohbad did not make any mistake. So we don't talk about the dead because they are not here. The people that are against justice for Mohbad, they are abusing Mohbad. He's a bad husband. He's a this, he's a that, and we also want to join them to no, we shouldn't do that. To us now, Mohbad is everything, no error to us. That is it. Now let me proceed further. Thank you so much. Let me proceed further and quickly go back to what Apostle made mention of, and I'm so humbled to do that. We have all agreed that Mohbad is not just an ordinary human being. Some believe he's a prophet, some believe he's a spirit, others believe he's an angel. Whatever it is that you believe Mohbad is, I can categorically tell you, agreeing with you all, that Mohbad is beyond the natural. Mohbad is beyond the natural. Is from the supernatural, who came to dwell among the natural, to teach the natural certain things, and not just to teach, but to expose some set of people who are in the natural, who are killing people, who are offing people, who are maltreating people, and when they come outside, people praise them. We know them. We are seeing them now. Their faces are showing. A certain somebody is the one that is in the place of power, who is standing in gap for a certain black widow, who is writing all of the letters. But when the time came and people began to expose one or two things, I think right about now, the person is actually removing his hand from you, like, don't let them expose me too much. Because everything that they have done in the past, that we thought they are actually fighting for human rights, they are not actually doing it, They are actually, covering up with so many, they do small good, and behind the closed door, they are really the ones that are, damaging the country. They are really the ones that are damaging human being. But God is catching up with them, So when we want to liken Mohbad, we can liken him to so many wonderful beings on earth, those who have come and those we are learning from. Muji office. Those we are learning from. Relating Mohbad to a kind of. Mohbad is not Jesus Christ, but is a kind of. Samson was a type of Jesus. Moses was a type of Jesus. Some of those prophets, when you look at their character, you will see it in Jesus. So when you liken Mohbad to a prophet, then definitely you can see one or two of his attributes in Jesus, because Jesus, encapsulates all of those things. You from the beginning, you will see that Jesus, the father of Jesus, was Joseph. The father of Mohbad is Joseph. The father of Jesus was a carpenter. The father of Mohbad is a carpenter. The father of Jesus taught Jesus carpentry work. The father of Mohbad taught Mohbad carpentry work. It got to a time in the life of Mohbad, in the life of Jesus, when Jesus left his parents and he went into the temple. It also got to a point in the life of Mohbad when he left his family and went out to hustle. It got to a time in the life of Jesus. Jesus was preaching in words. It got to a time in the life of Mobad. Mobad was preaching with song. So there are so many things we can relate to. It got to a time in the life of Jesus that the people that were with Jesus were the one that betrayed and denied him. Because if you look at Mobad now, the same people that are with him are the same type of people that denied and betrayed him. Why do I use the word betray? It is because now that Mobad is gone, everybody is trying to remove themselves. I was not in the house that day. I was not in the house that day. I was not there. I only dropped the number. I wasn't the one that made the call. Even in death, they are betraying and denying him. Jesus died. Mobad died. On the third day, Jesus rose up. On the ninth day, Mobad rose up in another form, yeah? The Bible said, have they known they wouldn't have crucified the Lord of glory? For as it is written, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered into the heart of man, that which God has proposed to them who believed in him. Now I go to Mobad. How is that related to Mobad, yeah? If they had known, yeah, they wouldn't have exhumed the body of Mobad. For in the exhumation of the body of Mobad lies the fulfillment of the assignment that Mobad came to do on earth. See, Mobad's fulfilling all of his destiny is not actually in living. Because if he was alive, yeah, sorry, just 1 minute. If he was alive fully, just like Jesus is saving the world. It's not actually in living, but in dying. Because if Jesus did not die and resurrect, there is no way he's going to save the world. So if Mobad did not die, and the assumption, see, that's the reason why I said some people were like, it is because of a particular person. That's the reason why they exhumed the body of Mobad. No, that person was just a little instrument. In fact, it was the general public that led to the exhuming of Mobad's body. So Mobad resurrected on the ninth day. Jesus resurrected on the third day. But you definitely know that, yeah, there is a kind of difference in their resurrection, the way they resurrected. So you liken all of these things together. That's the reason why I've come to a conclusion. When a certain individual went ahead and began to do Operation Feed the Nation, I came to a conclusion that, see, you're just fooling yourself, wasting your money, because there's no way you're going to kill the child of God and you will bribe men to protect you from the same God. There is no way you are going to off the child of God and you are now going up and down, bribing men to protect you from the same God. It is not possible. It is absolutely not possible. So let me just end there, because I know there are some people that also want to come up here. Jokingly, let me say this here. That if you want to date someone, or if you want to get, I think
your network is breaking a bit.
Am I okay now?
Yeah, you've just started breaking a bit.
How about now? Is the network okay?
A bit better.
Okay, I just changed my location. I'm sorry.
I can't hear you. Can anyone hear Ish?
Am I okay? Is my network good?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not okay. Yeah. Comment section says you are not clear yet. Wow.
How about now?
Can you hear him? Can you hear him?
That if you want to date someone.
Oh yeah, we can hear you now. Carry on.
Okay. That if you want to date some male or a female, you want to go into a relationship with someone probably around Justice for Mobad, or someone who is not even involved in Justice for Mobad. One of the good you can do to yourself is to go back to the person's social media, maybe Facebook, go to, the history of the person. Go and search what the person posted 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago. I know the reason why I'm saying this, because some of the things that are now coming up concerning the Black Widow from our Facebook thing shows that this person has actually been an incarnate from the beginning. And if you go back, somebody was asking inside the comment section the other time that how sure are we that Wumi is actually 24? Then I remember that there is a picture that is circulating on the internet now that there is a guy who is Wumi's younger brother. I want to confirm now. Queen of Energy, that guy, that tall guy, is he Wumi's younger brother or elder brother?
I'm not too sure, you know. I think where's Arifa? You can answer that.
Yeah?
Younger. Okay.
If that guy is Wumi's younger brother, how come Wumi is 24? Is he older brother? If it is older brother, then it is acceptable. But if it is younger brother, older brother, okay. So let me go back to the social media stuff, yeah. That, do yourself good. If you want to see anybody or whatever, go back to the person's social media. It might actually be the one that is going to save you from the life trouble that you want to enter into. Now let me go back to the response by the legal team of Mohbad's father, replying, you know, Wumi, and advising her. The truth of the matter is, when I saw this thing, I looked at the name that was used. Yeah, they used Wumi Adebanjo. They did not use Wumi Aloba. They used Adebanjo. And in the previous post, in the previous response, they used Wumi Aloba. Now there's a clear difference, because when she came out, she presented herself as Wumi Aloba. So they needed to reply her as Wumi Aloba so that the letter will be directed to her. But now, they are now replying, they are now the one that are now telling her that, see, what we know you as is Wumi Adebanjo, not Wumi Aloba. Because if you are an Aloba, you behave like an Aloba. You respect the Aloba. Because the way it is now, you don't respect, you don't value that name, Aloba. Because if you value that name, Aloba, you will respect the people who are called the Alobas. You will respect your father-in-law. Because they have ever come out and you give regards to that man. And it clearly showed when somebody came up and the person said, your father ran away. Now, Umi, I'm talking to you now, right? I think I've never been confrontational like this, but let me be confrontational today. Your father ran away from your mother because your father already saw that there is a future that is bad, that if he continued living with your mother, it might not last long. That is the reason why there is no father to come out to come and defend you. That is the reason why there is no father. There is no single human being that has ever come out. You cannot even rent a man. You can't even rent a man to stand as your father. No one will be a father to a bastard. No single person. You can't even buy with all the Mohbad's money that is that you and your mother you are spending. You can't even go to a village and go and buy someone and say, please be my father for once. At least somebody still presented himself as the father, as the nurse's father some couple of weeks ago. Even though we are still wondering where that particular person came from. Even though there are still questions revolving around the nurse, because I don't want to create no excuse for anybody, Prime Boy, Spending, nurse, any Darosha, whatever, anybody. I'm not creating any excuse for anybody. All of them are suspect. They are suspect. I don't care if the nurse says she came and she injected another person. My own is the nurse is involved. She's involved until the law says otherwise. All of them are suspects. So going back to the reply and the advice to the police, which are not even supposed to be, you see, all of these things here, the Lagos State Police, not the Nigerian police, because out of all of them, there are still good ones. The Lagos State government, police, you guys have not done well at all. You guys have not done well at all. And there's one thing I'm going to say, whether you have a representative here or whatever, because you always gallivant up and down on all social media. That's the reason why you are claiming that people on social media are joking, growing their platform, making money or whatsoever, forgetting that the works that you are supposed to do is the works that we are doing. We all became investigators, we all became FBI agents, we all became CIA, we all became DSS, we all became... As a matter of fact, our security consciousness now as individual, as you know, is now widened, is now open. We are doing the job that you guys are supposed to do. The only difference between all you and we is that we are, you know, we are not employed by the government. You guys are employed by the government. And they give you guys batting and, you know, whatever. How can you even encourage, how can you even advise someone who is not ready to listen? Because the way I see everything is that the Lagos State Police, they are not, I'm not sure they are ready to listen to the public, all because they are just trying to protect one man, just one man. They are just trying to protect just one man. And that one man is not in a political power. That one man is not in political power. You know, I just went out and I decided to get some Gucci design and, you know, the cash on me is not much. I guess I'm going to get a Gucci later. Yeah. And, by the way, I was told that, you know, Louis Vuitton now belongs to Gucci. Oh, it was delivered in 2022. And the package, you know, they ordered for it in 2022 and the package was delivered in 2023. All this waiting is not. We can't wait anymore. Ogbe, phone follow. That is it, yeah. Everybody should go back to their father's house. Let everybody go back to their fatherland. See, if you are in wherever you are, whether you are in Ghana, come back to your fatherland. Come back to your father's house. Your father's house should not be scared of your father's house. Let every individual return back to their father's house. It's not coming out to bully people to bully people, all because, oh my goodness, oh, help me. But above all, yeah, don't want to waste too much of our time. I don't want to waste too much of our time. I want to say this, yeah. Thank you all for standing. There is nothing against the truth, but for the truth. And people that are saying Wumi is not going to do the DNA. Sure. Abi she no go do amni. Abi she no go do amni. Abi she no go do amni. She's gonna do it. She's definitely gonna do it. You can only run. You can only run. Egberun Samu. With the Samu long low. Personally, everybody already know what is in the DNA. You already know what's in the DNA. So, but the truth of the matter is, you go to the lab, they will do it. We are not going to change. I trust Baba Mohbad is not going to change anything, because in the response it was clear that this thing is not actually. Baba is even trying to protect the image, the future of his grandson. Because if people can come out after 20 years and say that there is a Tunde Anima Shaun, there is a 27, 29, what can't people say in the age of technology? What can't people say in the age of technology? If people can come out and say there is a Tunde Anima Shaun after several years. Baba did not accuse them. Baba did not accuse them. They are the one that said they roll and they go and give Mr. Tunde Anima Shaun food. Baba never said anything happened. They are the one that used their mouth to confess, whatever. But what I'm trying to say is, Wumi, that if after so many years people can come out to say that there is a 2729. See, my share you. The only thing, if you are here, ladies and gentlemen, if you are here on this platform today, the only thing you should always pray against is that God, don't let me share ye. Don't let me share ye. Don't let me offend. Aye is not a word, no. Aye in Yoruba cannot be translated to English. Don't let me share aye. Don't let me offend aye. Because when you offend aye, you see, there is something, if you are fighting with someone and you tell the person, do you know who I am? The person might not know who you are, but there are people that know who you are and they know more than who you are. They are the one that will go and contact that guy that does not know who you are. They will reveal your plan to that guy that does not know who you are. They will reveal who you are to that guy, and that guy will now come out. And that is what is happening now. If after 20 something years, people can come out and say there is a 2729, what of in the next 10 years, when your son is grown, people have a record. Imagine people like Very Dark Man who keep receipts. So Baba is not saying this boy does not belong to our family. Baba is saying, let us shame the public. Let us shame Ishtok. Let us shame Mr. Andy. Let us shame all of these people. Come out and come and do it. But your refusal to do it, you are going to do it. You are going to do it. Baba is an amazing man. And for those that are abusing Baba, it's actually because you don't have a father over you. That's the reason why you are abusing Baba. And that's the reason why people like Wunmi can come out and abuse Baba, because he doesn't have a father figure over him. Over her. All those other people that are calling Baba Josie, they never knew that we were going to like the name anyway. Josie sounds, sexy. Oh, Josie sounds sexy, yeah? Sounds romantic. If my name is Josie and some lady is calling me Josie, come on. You're gonna make me spend all the money I have on me, man. You're gonna make me spend all my last card. I'm just gonna collect my salary, and you call me Josie. I'm just gonna give you all my salary, man. They never knew we were gonna like the name Josie guy, Josie man, yeah. But they are abusing him because they don't have a father figure over them, because they don't have a husband with them. It's not even about the husband, because we have single mothers on the side of justice for Mohbad that are respecting men. So it's not just that they don't have, it's not because they don't have a husband. That is not the fact, the factor. It's because they don't have a father figure over them. That's the reason why they can open their mouth and talk nonsense. People that should be defenestrated, But above all, don't let me waste too much of our time, yeah? We're going to get justice. We are closer to it. We are so close. And it's possible that even before we close, that distraction will come up. But ladies and gentlemen, we are used to distractions. Whenever they do whatever it is they want to do, yeah, we come back because we already know where we are going to. We already know that we want the DNA, we want the autopsy and the toxicology results, and we want the coroner inquest to come. And when the coroner inquest opens, even the lawyer, Mohbad's lawyer, need to come and say what he was doing in that house that particular day. It's not only spending Prime Boy and Kukute Darosha. It's not only the one, but even the lawyer should also come out and state whatever it is that he knows about whatever it is that happened. All the digital forensic studies about the phones and everything. I pray that the legal team of Baba Mohbad will take this up. Visit MTN, Airtel, Glo, and all the social media, network providers. Visit them. We need to get all of these recordings 6 months, 8 months ago. Let's get them. And thank God, Brekete family already showed that petition on national TV. It's all over the places now, yeah. So for those people that wanted to travel and everything, we stay together here. We stay here. Actually, I'm in Zambisa Forest, but we still gather there. Nobody's traveling anywhere. So let me waste too much of our time, yeah. Justice for Mohbad is what we want, and justice for Mohbad is what we're gonna get. Thank you so much.
There is my British English. None of you should come for my worry. I'm into British now. Okay, let us start. Good afternoon, everybody. Ekale, Abina Ekason, Redo, Abadie, Etiedidie, all of them. They won. Ghana, Queen, I don't know your own, so leave on there. But apart from the joke, I just want to start by saying that it's so, how do I say, it's so refreshing to actually hear the depth that we have in this team. And I don't like to call it Team Baba Mubad because, it doesn't fly for me. I'll just say the people on the right path of justice. It's so refreshing to see analysis, in-depth analysis, like when it's going deep, very robust and rigorously. I love it. And as Ish said, if I borrow his words, this is what the Nigerian police force is meant to do. When the what's his name? What is it? Commissioner of Police, whatever is that man's name, said he had set up a 13-man panel. I thought that they had skills or experiences in homicide investigation cases. But it's very obvious he just got a bunch of quack people and just set up that team because, there was a cry from celebrities who wanted to flex their notoriety to show that, yes, and we're doing something fun, we're doing something noble. Not that it was actually something that they sat down to actually think. They had that, as I always say, that lackadaisical nature. So it was like, these people are bugging us. Let's try to show the Nigerian police force as people who are working. Obviously, they have that PRO that comes up sometimes to portray, sometimes some very daft information he just puts out there. It shows. Because when you say you set up a team, you're meant to set up a team of people with experiences in homicide or private investigation. They must have that in-depth analysis to ask proper questions. You don't just set up a team. And I've never ever seen this because even living in the Western world, when they are doing it, it's from the police force. They are thorough. They go in depth, and there's no way you're setting up a team and you don't have forensics being dispatched to the property. Forensics checking the phone. Police, you took, because I'm coming from this angle today. You seized the phone of Mohbad. You would have propelled people to start dragging or asking you further questions. And you could not have come back in 2 weeks to say, okay, we have made our findings and now we have a prime suspect. You wouldn't have done that. You would not have done that. You couldn't even have finished in a month. It's not possible. Because you have to get the data. You now have to analyze. You now also have to go around trying to speak to different people. If any of you watch CSIs, NCIS, and you follow, investigative things like that, even on your local TV news, for those of you who live the UK or in the US, you understand what I'm saying. It's not something you come out, even when they have a press release, they just tell you and say, okay, they've established this person died and they're trying to do their findings, except they have actually had a suspect that they caught in the act before they, tell you they have arrested this suspect. And then they're going to charge them to court because they have conferred evidences. That's why no matter what happens, you see the forensics all clad in white going to the crime scene. Let's leave that. Let's move to how that boy was even exhumed. You had some hungry looking bastards. Forgive me. I'd watched, I couldn't see any glove. I couldn't see them being clad in full attire. Who's to say that even that ground there, if that boy was poisoned, did you even do forensics on that ground to be sure? Because if he was poisoned, as the fluid was coming out of his body into the coffin and all of that even that ground would carry it. That coffin, wherever it is, you'll find evidences in that coffin. But no forensics was done. So the fools who say, what are you doing on social media? It doesn't really, It's the social media that has taken this case back to the drawing board, where everybody now is now saying, let's bring a pen and paper. Let's start. Even the police, they are ashamed. I'm sure that is why I use that word. I'm sure it's a surety. That's why they cannot just come out now and release whether they have autopsy or they have toxicology. They can't, because they know they are going to be messed up big time. This is the age of social media. It's the globalized age where everything is digital. So they know they're going to make a mess of themselves. And I don't know why I'm even starting from this today, but it's good to go back to the drawing board sometimes. Before I start coming to Wunmi, I'm going to say here, I'm not even going to go on that DNA bit. It's to me, anybody who's noticed me, I don't even talk around that area, because to me, it's a no-brainer. If you live in the UK, we use that term. It's nothing for you to start deducing. It's pointless for me to even start trying to crack my head there. It's a no-brainer. Because any woman who has a child for a man, you know you were faithful, you know that that's your partner, you not need to be asked to go do a DNA. Now, let me put this, I don't know, okay. Let me put this here. Let me say it out here. Because you guys know I'm a confirmed rebel. Even if that DNA comes out and somehow she's lucky that the sperm that fertilized that egg is that of Mohbad, that does not excuse that she still is a suspect of that crime. Let's not fool ourselves here. I'm just saying, this is just a hypothesis now, I'm just saying. Why? Because except you do due diligence to prove motives of murder, let's not just think, oh yeah, DNA, just, if she's just lucky, because she doesn't even know, she doesn't know who. That's why she's not coming out straight. So if she's lucky that the sperm that fertilized that egg is Mohbad's, it does not still excuse motive of murder. Somebody's stuff is, I don't know, somebody's whatever is interjecting. So as I was saying, so it doesn't excuse it. As toxic as that relationship was, which your sister Karimo mentioned, I remember watching that life where she started by trying to create a false narrative about Baba Mohbad that made me, I do remember myself cursing that man, saying, what an idiot, how could he do that, blah, blah, blah. She also did mention there that Wunmi, they were going to separate and stuff like that, and she was the one trying to hold it in. So Wunmi, you know that relationship was that toxic. Why did you stay? Why didn't you leave? So at least now you can excuse yourself from all these excuses you are coming up with different narrative, Today you have this one, tomorrow you have that narrative. Now you have taken away from, okay, they have killed him, and after that you went to Baba Mohbad, you are the one, after you have killed your son, you want to come and kill my son. You moved from there, okay, to Prime Boy, you moved from Prime Boy, now you return back to industry gods. Let me speak Yoruba for you. Tebati B Yala Yae, call that Abuebel now. Mention his name. Mention his name. Mention even that Sam Larry or Naira Marley. If they will not pick your dead body in that house the next day. They are industry gods. You called Abuebel. You spoke to him the way, that's why I said it. And I said, the way Abuebel spoke to that lady that well, the way they spoke that day, you will know that, okay, she was sounding as if, oh yes, I know you, we have this sort of relationship or blah, blah, blah. The guy obviously would have denied her because he felt, don't drag my name to the mud. So you have this, how do you want to say, this access, this confidence to be able to call people like this. When that boy was dying, why did you not pick up the call? If you felt Prime Boy had a hand in his death, why didn't you call people like these people that you knew for them to take out Prime Boy? Sure, you were trying to sound as if it was the fight. I saw the copy of the chat you sent to Gistlover. That he had issues with Mohbad. You also still alluded to the fact that you have all the records of all the fighters, as if you used to do screenshots every time they were having misunderstandings. Why didn't you call those industry gods, like the one you know? Because I would put it to you, one of them is Abuebel. whether he's industry music or industry call, doesn't matter. You know him. You know Naira Marley. They've shown the picture where you're frolicking in bed with him. Sam Larry has alluded to the fact that he was very comfortable with you. So why didn't you call this industry gods? Okay, let's assume you believe Naira Marley, Sam Larry. Why didn't you call that Abuebel to come and get to deal with Prime Boy so that they could have taken him out since he was trying to, or you are sure, or you were certain like he killed your partner? Why did you not? So you keep doing a rigmarole. Today you go, it's like, someone just ring a rosy, all around the room. That's what you just keep doing. You're not talking. The time where you see, there's no way that statement that you have made, I'm not interested in Corona Court. I'm interested in that criminal court because I cannot wait for when they put you on that stand, on that box, to see how you're going to be questioned. Let me see what you are going to say. You think it's Corona Court where they just say to you, okay, tell us what you know. When they question you beyond reasonable doubt, whether you call yourself witness or whatever, you would understand it. It's not this rigmarole you are doing now. It's not this rigmarole, rig around the rosary. It's not that. Because if a witness box if I understand that, and I've seen one, you are cross-examined thoroughly. And let me make it clear to you, whether you like it or not, the puzzle as to, as Andy said, who, why, when, I put that one added, what killed this young man is going to be unfolded. The judiciary system, this case will be a lesson. It will be a lesson that they will refer to. You know how they refer in law to a previous case? Like, for instance, the UK, they have what they call the Zambrano law. They will refer to this. With God's grace, they will make this case a Mohbad law. In their law, they'll say, this is according to the Mohbad law. You would understand then. It's not, don't worry, as I said, forget about how they say Yoruba Farabale. Leave all those Corona Court. That one is your mother that is asking you question. Leave it. You will understand it in court. Now, I'm going to go to the Baba's legal team. I applaud you guys. First things first, the first thing I saw was that one I posted on my wall. I don't know who's that guy. Is it K Crown? Please, whoever knows him, please give him his flowers. I wish I could, see him on one live so I can actually thank him. That was the first time I saw a proactive, no bullshitting response sent back to her. There were so much pertinent questions as I put it on my wall that he asked in that. And I really applaud that. And then, of course, the response that has been put on. I love the fact that they put these things on the daily news that even the common man who is not, familiar with this case will get themselves familiarized with it. I like that. So if you pick up a paper, Punch, Vanguard, whatever, you can read it. You can just see. You can understand. You can have an interest. Because the public does have an interest in cases like this. Let's not fool ourselves. So I applaud them. I do applaud them. But I've got questions for you. I hope to God, because let me first start by saying this, and none of you here on this platform should come for me today, because I am 1000% ready. Let me hope to God that you guys have post-mortem pictures of that body. When he was exhumed, taken into that hospital. We saw a clip of it on TikTok, because I saw a guy fully clothed, and I was wondering, why did those fools not clothe themselves when they went to exhume the body like that? I remember a young man who had a camera, and he was trying to take clips, and we saw it. If any of you did see that, please confirm in the comment section or whatever. You can unmute your mic and say that. We saw that. So let's hope that you have those post-mortem pictures. You need it. I use the word need. Because this case, as I said, there's gonna be a reference to the Mohbad law in as far as the legal industry is concerned, when they refer to homicide cases, they would have to say, we refer to the Mohbad law. You need those post-mortem pictures. Why? I'll come to that later. You need it. When he was exhumed, the front, they looked at, because normally the normal first stage of autopsy is that, where they open the eyes, try to look. They have that, surgery lights where they look through the hair. They try to find for any lacerations on the body. They look for even the minutest detail. And the ones that are of interest, the cameraman has to take a picture of it, because that is what you present in court. Let me put a disclaimer out here. I do not need those pictures sent to me or anybody on social media. I'm only asking that you have it because you need them in the criminal court when it gets there. I give you a case in reference, Michael Jackson's case. I give you a case in reference, the George Floyd's case, and many more. You need it. Okay? So that's that. Number 2, if we're not doing, I rephrase. If we have not done a private autopsy, okay, I keep that. Thirdly, I saw here that they did a dry embalming. And for those of you who know what dry embalming processes involve, they have to drain fluids from the body. They try to keep the corpse like an Egyptian mummy. So, I beg in the name of God, if it is that we haven't done it and we can't do it, I don't know, whatever is the hitch we may have. Maybe they might say tampering evidence, I don't know. Or if we have, as I said, I don't need to have that information. This is just for you to do your checklist. If it's not been done and is going to be done, the chances are that the accuracy of the result might be what? 50, 60, you won't have 80%. Let's just accept we're hearing that they just started the dry embalming process. Good. So you still have, but you need fluids for toxicology anyway. Well, I'm not a trained pathologist. I have somewhat knowledge there, but let's leave it there. And even if the result we get is 50, 60% matching to what the government, as long as he's able to confirm the time of death, we're able to confirm that there are key areas to show that whatever they found in the system, we are finding that would be good. As I said, this information is for the legal team. Now, apart from that, I do hope to God, as I said, the most important to me is the post-mortem pictures. Why? I come to answer that now. Because if there are lacerations on that body, you would see it. If they have done dry embalming, those wounds will be closed. Okay? That's why. Thirdly, if the government, with the games they're trying to play, which we have we actually have our hands on their throats so they can, but if they're trying to wiggle themselves out of it, that post-mortem picture would kick them to the curb. It will. So that's for the legal team. Now, back to you, Wumi. If you say they are industry gods, if you say you know a lot, I hope to God, whoever is that legal team you have, they actually school you on the implication of what you have said. Because as far as I'm concerned, you are becoming a complicit to murder. An accomplice to murder. And it's actually implicating yourself the more. You know a lot that you did not divulge to the police. You know a lot that you went to the coroner court and you made a blunder of the questions asked you. You're sitting on a gunpowder, a keg of it that's going to explode anytime soon. So I really feel for you listening to those daft people that you call your team. Because sorry to digress, I went on one, is it Messi Found Me Too? Yes, I'm going to call the name. I went there and I heard one person talking and she was just speaking. It's nice to use English words, but when you use it, make sure you are able to correlate, bring out sense, and you don't just use words that you don't know what you're saying. And I've never seen any of them have a proper analysis as to what happened. Wumi, we have facts. Wumi, you has told us, given us a detailed analysis of what happened in the house at that time. And so we're coming out to support her because we have this fact. Don't support somebody blindly or on an emotional level. Because if maybe, yes, in this case, but in some countries like where you have gun violence, you go down for it. You don't just support somebody because you're just, oh yeah, I just feel she's a fellow woman. That's why she's innocent. You don't know that. That is for the daft Wumi team. Get it? You're going to support, when you guys have those, your whatever things you do, sit down and do in-depth analysis. Speak as people who are closer to the witness, prime suspect, whatever you want to call her. And they have given you a detailed analysis of what happened. Now, in rounding up, I will say this. All of you in that house, spending Darosha, Adura, Wumi, and all the 15 boys, that tug den that you people were staying, eating the salt and whatever of this young man. It is very obvious that you guys have a pact you have signed of conspiracy that you are going to keep quiet. Well, I hope that when you're going down to your grave, because even if it's not the coroner criminal court that gives that justice, just know that karma is there. Karma is a court that does not need anybody, any witness. It does not accommodate any defense team. It makes the law and serves you justice code. Just know that karma, you will not have that pact of conspiracy when karma catches up with you. You or your 10th generation. It depends. So Wumi, let me give you a further advice in case you come up with another post. When you're going to write your next hogwash, your gibberish, please note that right now, there's nothing you can do to untangle yourself from the trap that you have fallen into with your own mouth. Because in the criminal court, you are going to give a detailed explanation of the lot. I know a lot. You understand how lawyers tear people's words into shreds. And in that box, you start sweating at the same time. Whether you are crying, whether you want to pee your pants, you would explain, I know a lot. That is the only thing I take from that thing you wrote there. I know a lot. You would explain it. That's all I'm going to say for now. Somebody else can pick up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anne. That was amazing, very detailed.
Nigerian government, not Lagos State, Nigerian government, President Tinubu, just like Mohbad's aunt did. The video that Mohbad's aunt did this week, she was appealing to the president. If you guys haven't watched it, go to her page and watch it. It's very good. It's a good video. I want to appeal to the Nigerian police. The Nigerian police is bigger than Lagos State Police, I believe. Nigerian government is bigger than Lagos State government, I believe. That's just common sense. When Lagos State government did whatever they did and came up with those stories they told us, which makes no sense, the wicked widow, Wumi, had not told, maybe she had not told them that there was a day, THEY. But now she's giving us a new clue that there is a day, THEY. So I am appealing to you to please go back to the drawing board and do the investigation and find out from this lady who the THEY are. That's the only way we can go forward with this case, because obviously Lagos State did whatever they did. It was all bullshit. They didn't do any investigation. They just took witness statements and came up with a story that made no sense. Because everybody that was in the car with Mobad, everybody that was in Mobad's house must be interrogated and investigated and, treated as people of interest, which they could end up being culpable because they were there when all this happened. So I know that Nigerian police, if you want to work, you work. I know you guys are one of the best in the world, one of the best actually in Africa, because I watched a video yesterday where Nigerian police, a guy called Tu Baba, who is like a cult leader, some gangster they've been looking for forever. You guys were able to capture this guy. Actually, you fired him. You know that you even used the Air Force, but it was over 6 months manhunt, but you were still successful. I watched that press conference, so I trust in you. I trust in your abilities. I know you can do it. I know you guys are great when you decide to work. In the beginning, we are going to assume that the wicked widow did not tell you about the THEY, who she's now referring to, who she's claiming are threatening her not to speak. So she also needs the help from you guys. She needs the help also. Please assist all of us to locate who these THEY, nobody knows who they are, but she would know because she's the one that's speaking now. She was the one that was there when this crime occurred. So it's just an appeal. I am not going to insult the police. Whatever happened in the past, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt that you didn't have, the good lead. She probably didn't mention this whole day. But now there's a new narrative from her, and she published it in the newspapers. So I hope that all of us can talk to them this way instead of insulting them. If you really need something from somebody, you can't keep insulting them and expect the same result. You know what I mean? Things have changed in this case. This case is no longer in a dependable God state. We have moved beyond the dependable God state right now. Right now, we are in the Brekete era. And every day, the more people, new people are hearing about it. This is just, the whole world is watching Nigeria. And I believe Nigerian government and Nigerian police are not going to make themselves look so stupid and so bad to the world because of this case, because of a homicide case, an evil act, taking somebody's life right before their prime. Actually, he was in his prime, but this guy was just ready to blow up, and they murdered him in his own house. They murdered him in his own house. When I first found out about this, I thought this thing happened somewhere in the bush outside. Wife was like not a street girl, but like a really good girl who was home and she's innocent. She didn't know anything about this. And, they lured the father to bury him. But now we know that that's not what happened. Assumptions obviously can be very wrong. So we need the fact. It happened in his home. Thankfully, she's now giving us the lead. She's referring to a group of people, THEY. So we need her to please speak up to the police. Police, we need you to please protect her because she's claiming that, they are threatening her and they are silencing her. She's the only person who knows who these people are. So please assist this lady, okay? So that they can stop attempting to silence ago, right?
Okay.
That Nigerian police, I woke up 2 days ago, the night before yesterday. I mean, today, it was last 2 nights. I woke up in the morning and I had a dream that Nigerian police had a huge press conference. They had all of the homicide roommates there. They had arrested them and they were actually giving us, the narrative and apologizing for what happened earlier, saying they didn't have good leads, but now they do. And they were actually telling us everything that happened. I woke up, I thought I was so disappointed that it was
So
a
it was
dream.
real life.
I was like, wait, why is my pillow here? This shouldn't have been a dream. This should be the real thing. So I really pray that I am seeing the future here. Now we
Yes.
have a lead. So guys, please get to work. That's all.
Amen.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, my Ghanaian sister. Anne, you said you wanted to say something for 2 seconds. Okay.
I just want to clarify. So, because I saw a question from Annie. Annie, thank you for that question. Please, when we talk on this platform, understand the train of thought where somebody's saying, right? I am not saying they should go and buy Prime Boy. I am making a jest of her comment where she said she knew industry gods, also of the fact that she picked up the call and called Abu Ebel to report Haya to say, oh, this. So I'm saying, you have called so many people claiming they killed your husband. So since you were sure, why did you not use that, your same influence, to say, this person I know is this, example, the nurse, Sam Larry, and all the people she has been codedly or directly or indirectly mentioning, why did she not use that her influence? Because, and I also said she knows the industry goes, please don't run. I'm not saying that young boy should be taken out. I'm just making, if you understand my metaphorical way of talking, you understand it. I'm just saying that then she should have, it means she's just talking gibberish and she doesn't have facts. And she's just moving away from the fact that she and the rest in the house did the damn they had done, and they're trying to push it on someone else. That's basically what I'm saying. So I just want to correct that. I am not saying that he should be unalived or any of that. Thank you.
Okay, Queen of Energy, please, I would like to support what Annie said. If you claim it was the industry goons, right, and Abu Ebe and the record label boss of your husband, they are close friends, and you pick up your phone to call Abu Ebel to report Ayat to Abu Ebel, meaning you yourself is still grooming around the so-called people you claim threaten you. You yourself is still grooming around the industrial goons. So, Wumi, you see that day, we are not begging you to tell us the day. You will, because if you are not saying it, means the death of Mohbad comes from you. So you better have evidence against those days, like a very tangible evidence against those days that you are bringing, because you see that inquest is going to start from the beginning. All those rubbish you went there to talk, that is past tense. Like, we are going to start another new inquest and you are going to tell us those days. By fire, by force. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Guys, can we power tap? I think people's screen are being frozen, even the comment section.